Hey guys, it's Julie from PaleOMG, and thank goodness it's cooled down outside. We can finally turn our ovens on again, and that means it's time for casserole season. I love casseroles. I love them so freaking much. And this bacon cheeseburger casserole is probably the best casserole I've ever made. I'm serious. So I'm gonna walk you through this. It's actually incredibly easy. First, you're gonna need to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. You're gonna cook half pound of bacon. You can cook this in the oven or cook it in a pan, whatever you prefer. Once you cook that bacon and it's a little crispy, just chop that up and you're gonna set it aside. Chop it up into little pieces because we're gonna put this in the casserole and on top. Beautiful. Next up, cauliflower. That's what we're gonna use to top our bacon cheeseburger casserole. We're gonna use two 16-ounce bags of frozen cauliflower and you're gonna steam them for only 6 to 8 minutes on high. And once they're fork tender, you can take them out and we're gonna put them into a blender. So I'm gonna put damn it, now I don't know where the lid is. So I'm gonna put all this cauliflower into our high-speed blender, turn it on, and I'm just gonna use this little tool to kind of push it down so everything can get combined. Next up, we're gonna add some spices and nutritional yeast, which is going to make it ultra cheesy. So let's start off with some salt. You're gonna use about half teaspoon to a full teaspoon. It's totally up to you how salty you want it. I like things a little bit more salty, so I'm gonna use a teaspoon. Then we're gonna do half teaspoon of onion powder. I'm just gonna eye it out. Garlic powder, so good. Then a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper, and you can totally use black pepper as well. I just love white pepper. I think it tastes so good. Beaut. Then I'm gonna do a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. And this makes it that cheese color that we know so well. And then it's gonna taste like cheese. It's crazy. It tastes so freaking good. Okay, let's turn this back on once more and let it all combine. And last but not least, we're gonna crack 2 eggs into this mixture. No eggshells. Perfect. And then blend once more and you'll be good to go. And we are done. We have this ultra cheesy, delicious mixture now. So you're just gonna set that aside because we will use it later. Now let's get to our ground beef mixture. First, you wanna cut up half of a yellow onion and 2 garlic cloves. We're gonna finely chop this up and then we're gonna add it to our ground beef. There we go. Now let's take this over to our stovetop. So we're gonna put a deep pan over medium heat here. And I'm gonna add 2 pounds of ground beef here. So this is grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef. And to our ground beef, I'm gonna add that half an onion and 2 garlic cloves, and we'll cook them all together. So we'll keep breaking up this meat. We're gonna let it cook for about 8 to 10 minutes until this meat is completely browned, and then I'm gonna add a few ingredients that you love on your bacon cheeseburgers. So our meat has browned. Now, we gotta add everything that you would have on a bacon cheeseburger. So, of course, you gotta start with ketchup. And there's a bunch of different ketchups out there. You can find some that use coconut sugar instead of cane sugar. I love this brand. It has no high fructose corn syrup in it, and it's super delicious. So I'm gonna add about, about a half cup. She's ready. She went all over my shoes. Now, ketchup had a mind of its own. We're gonna do some mustard and about a 1/4 cup of mustard here. Then last but not least, I personally love mayo on my burgers. So I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of mayo, and this is avocado oil mayo. I love Primal Kitchen, they're a great brand. Now let's just mix this all together. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. I already salted it a little bit as I went. I'm gonna add more, and then we'll be good to go. Now before I take this off, I'm gonna give it one more stir with half of that bacon I chopped up earlier. Now let's finish off this casserole. Let's prep our baking dish. You just need to spray it with a little bit of spray. I have some olive oil spray here. Grease all the sides so nothing sticks. Then you're just gonna use a big spoon and put it all into this bacon dish in one layer. It smells so freaking good in here. Now let's add our cheese. Got a big, thick layer. Smooth it out. And then we'll top that with our bacon and then just a little bit of black pepper for a little bite. Here we go. Now this is gonna go into the oven. We preheated that to 400 degrees and we're gonna cook it for 20 to 25 minutes until the top is golden brown and everything is cooked through. Ooh. Oh, yes. Our bacon cheeseburger casserole is done. The house smells amazing, and this is going to serve a lot of people. It's 2 pounds of ground beef. It is so filling, it's so delicious, you're going to love it. You can serve this with some vegetables, a little side salad, but you know what you'll wanna do? Eat it for every meal of every single day of the entire week. I promise you. It's good cold, it's good hot, you're gonna love it. So if you want this recipe for bacon cheeseburger casserole, just go to PaleOMG.com.